and 9 Mile Falls, our care teams are here to support you on your health journey. We offer in-person visits, curbside care, and telehealth visits, as well as curbside pharmacy pickup and medication mailing options. Curbside COVID-19 tests and vaccinations are also available. New patients are welcome, and most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare, Apple Health Plans, TRICARE, and private insurance. Contact New Health at 509-935-6004. That number again is 509-935-6004 to schedule today, or visit our website at newhealth.org for more information. New Health, bringing healthcare to communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
Well, bless my soul, what's wrong?
I'm Dan.
I'm TL, and we're from Blue Sway Connection.
And we're excited to be part of the KCHW family.
Bringing you 2 hours of Elvis and fun every week.
Join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. right here on 102.7 KCHW. We are your Blue Sway Connection.
I'm all shook up.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7, getting started on a Three Amigos Thursday. You guys, you don't look very excited. Big smiles, big smiles.
Smiles, everyone.
There you go. That's better.
We are the Three Amigos.
Oh, we're getting so good at that. All right.
So, you look at the calendar and it's September already. That's alarming.
Oh, it's horrible. We
It
do
is
have some
alarming.
things coming up, things to look forward to in September, though. So, all right.
I already have leaves falling off my trees right now.
Wow. You got, and it's been, I think it's not because you're heading into fall. I think it's because it's been so hot.
I think that's highly possible. They're all brown and shriveled up.
So am I.
Must be fall.
There's this new thing called water, Chuck.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah.
Haven't used it yet this year.
You can put it on stuff.
I have one little round section in my front yard that's green.
Nice.
From the one sprinkler I've set up this year.
That's because of the leak in the hose.
Yeah.
You should have seen me yesterday. New riding lawnmower.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The kids had a push mower, but it's like, yeah, I can't do that. No. All right, but kind of exciting. It goes really fast in sixth gear and like pops a wheelie.
Yours has gears?
Yes.
Wow.
I did see when I was looking for one where somebody had on there, it was like $2,500. It was a race lawnmower. It was all souped up like a little Draglet race lawnmower.
Nice.
And if it would have shot fire out the back, I would have bought it.
Nice.
It's not how fast you mow, Scott.
It doesn't look like you mowed at all. I know.
Your lawn will be afraid to grow.
Your lawn, all it has is skid marks.
I did last week. I rented an excavator and I flattened out all my yard that was bumpy, and I flattened out the dog area, and I put in gravel and all kinds of special fun stuff for the dogs, and a watering station out there, and I put in underground sprinklers in my backyard.
Well, let's do the tool time, sound effect.
That's right.
Yay, Chuck! It's like applause.
I even fixed my driveway.
Wow, look at
What?
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Busy guy.
yeah. Well, he's got his legs back.
Nice.
Mostly, somewhat. 75%.
You're playing catch up, though, right?
Right.
You were down
exactly.
for a while. All right. Well,
I had help.
We are glad to have you back, regardless. So, all right, and happy for you too. Round of applause! Yay! All right, Mr. Milani, skipping out last week. We did the same thing when Chuck was gone a couple weeks before. We replaced you with Jet, who is Jet Timmons, who's like our new honorary amigo, filling in on Thursdays when one of you can't make it.
He's marvelous.
He is funny guy.
He's pretty great. That was a lot of fun.
What really surprised me about him, and even after, he'd been on years ago. He did a morning show with me in the studio, like pre-COVID, when he first started dating my daughter, and he did very good then too. And what really makes me mad about Jet is he's such a natural; it irritates me.
It took you years to stink this bad.
I know, and he just like sits down like he's done it all of his life, and it's like, you jerk. Wow.
Hey, Chuck, maybe we can start a petition to replace Scott.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do that. I thought you were going to say to replace me, and I'm like, yeah, I understand.
I did move to the other side of the country, which means I'd probably be okay with that. So replace away.
As far away as you possibly could, too.
No, I'd miss you guys. So if you did replace me, would you let me like fill in once in a while or something?
No, you're irreplaceable, Scott.
Oh, you're just saying that now because you hurt me.
Just merely a flesh wound.
You guys.
It wouldn't be the show without Scott.
No, it would not.
All right. Suck up to me some more, guys. You're making me feel good.
Scott, come back.
Oh, I will be back in February, and I will come visit. Coming to see my daughter, but I will come visit you guys too. All right.
I think you should.
All right.
That sounds good.
If I can find a rental car with studded snow tires, because it will be February. But chances are the winter there is going to be better than the winter here. So, and I don't think I'm going to get out of here before winter. So, all right. Let's see. Today in Chihuahua, 93, much better than yesterday. Plentiful sunshine. You got a clear sky tonight, down to 57. Let's see, Friday, 97, so a few degrees warmer and sunny, overnight low of 60. Great weekend for camping, 85 and partly cloudy Saturday, or boating, if you got the boat. 54 for an overnight low on Saturday, and then you can see those temperatures next week really cooling down. Sunday, 86 and 53 with sunny skies. Monday, 85 and 51. Tuesday, 88 and 52, sunshine both days. And then Wednesday, 81 and then 46 for an overnight low. It's almost a 40-degree spread. And I know Michelle was talking about it being so much colder because she's on top of a mountain. And Val and Brad are up. My sister and her husband are up in Deer Park, and they're out on the plateau, and it's kind of higher up there too. And she's already seen some temperatures in the 40s. So fall is coming, Chuck, but I think your leaves were baked to death.
Yeah, probably. I do have a new jacket in the closet I've been looking forward to wearing.
Oh, I almost bought one yesterday thinking fall. I was like, oh, I like that jacket. Mm-hmm. I got a thing for green now. I don't know why. Just saying. I go through color stages where, somebody saw my kitchen and they said, oh, it's all in red. That must be your favorite color. And I went, no. I just kept finding red things. All right. Let's see. A few news stories. See if we can upset anybody. I'm good at that.
Do it.
We're good at that.
I'm good at that. The news story that made me the happiest, and it's not because I'm anti-Republican. I'm just anti-stupid people. Okay. In Juneau, Alaska, Democrat Mary Peltola won the special election for Alaska's only U.S. House seat on Wednesday. They only have one. She bested a field that included Republican Sarah Palin. I was so scared she was going to get back in. She was seeking a political comeback in the state where she was once governor, and apparently they've all had enough of Sarah Palin, just like Scott. So if you were afraid that she was going to get back in and be in the Capitol, I guess she's never really been in the Capitol. She just tried to get into the Capitol. So hopefully this is a sign that she reads.
She was briefly in the Capitol in Alaska.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we're done. Hopefully we're done with Sarah Palin.
We can only hope.
There's one in every family.
Yes. Though, I will say when she first came out, the picture of her in the flag bikini with the AR-15, I think she was holding, that was something.
Atta girl.
Didn't make me want to put her in the White House, but it was something.
Growing up, she was actually a friend of a family, and when there were Christmas parties and stuff, she would be there, and that's all I'm going to say about the Palins.
Well, from the stories that came out when she was, on that ticket for vice president, it sounded like the family was really into drinking and drama. The stories you'd hear.
Yes.
Yes.
I lived in a duplex once with the older son's racing partner was the guy that lived in the other duplex. And anytime we'd be sitting there and you'd hear this rumbling, and all of a sudden you look outside and it was pure black with black smoke, and there was noise and disruption, and you knew, the Palins are in the driveway again. They were loud, and they drove diesels that blew black smoke everywhere, and they had the big wraps on the side of all their big oversized vehicles, and man, they're obnoxious.
Oh. All right. I am a big fan of Rob Schneider. He's in the news today because yesterday he was on Glenn Beck, I should say. And Rob Schneider has the comedian from Saturday Night Live, right? Yeah. And some other shows. What was the animal movies? I love those. So, he has no
problems. You can do it.
Yeah, that's a classic. You use that drop in all the time. All right, so no qualms about publicly voicing his political beliefs, even if it jeopardizes his acting career at this point. That's what he told Glenn Beck earlier this week, and basically he appeared on the show on his podcast on Monday evening, and he had to. Was talking about escaping the Democratic stranglehold. He's very Republican, and he doesn't have a hard time talking about it. But what was really, he made a claim, which quickly turned into a meme, that he would sacrifice his career for his beliefs.
His career.
That's funny, Chuck, because about 1 million people posted on Twitter, "What career?" over and over and over and over. Wasn't the reaction he was hoping for?
His career making cameos in Adam Sandler movies?
Yes. Yeah. He did have a brief reality show and a few other things. I like Rob Schneider. I think he's funny.
Did he have a reality show?
Yeah, briefly, with him and his wife and like 8 kids. It was on Netflix, maybe 5 episodes or something, and then it quickly disappeared. You might be able to. Maybe it's on there. They just don't show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was. I started to watch an episode, and then I went, "This isn't funny." So.
Oh no, we suck again.
Yes, I'm always looking for the humor. All right, people who follow politics, U.S. Representative Charlie Crist, the Democratic nominee for Florida governor, going up against DeSantis, resigned from Congress yesterday. Just leaving that seat, the Pinellas County-based seat, vacant until after the November election. So wants to really focus, and that's going to be a tough one. If he could, I'm going to be really surprised if he beats DeSantis. So, he's very popular in Florida. Yeah. I'll be surprised. All right, thinking of taking a trip to Mexico, and we've always heard of the drug cartels and the problems in Mexico, but it's up around the border states. And if you go down to what they call the Mexican Riviera and the resorts, you're safe. Not anymore. U.S. warns Americans kidnappings, more of them in Mexico after increased drug cartel violence. And they say the drug cartels now targeting popular vacation spots. So U.S. State Department issuing a travel warning for any Americans thinking going anywhere in Mexico that you're putting yourself in jeopardy. So not good for tourism in Mexico. Too bad they can't get that cleaned up because that southern part of Mexico, beautiful, and it says they're saying it's just dangerous to go to the resorts now, so that's going to hurt. But maybe
I think we as Americans should probably just stay put in our own country until we get our own mess sorted out.
Yeah, because people are not looking at us in the best of lights anymore.
No. And why would they?
Haven't for a while.
Yeah. They see us all torn apart. They see the gun violence, everything just kind of, crazy. For a country that was such a great superpower and so respected across the planet, we've really, our government has really done us in.
Yeah,
I have a buddy who posts on Facebook once in a while, and he travels around the globe. He does not tell anyone he's from America. When someone asks him where he's from, because if he says America, the first thing he says is he takes a bunch of heat over Trump And he says, and then it just goes on from there. So he says, now when somebody asks them what country he's from, he says, Canada. And he says, they leave him alone.
Now he's going to start taking heat from Trudeau.
Yeah, they're getting kind of irritated up there, too. You know, really, you look across the globe, and if you watch world news or you surf it on the internet and stuff, you can see there's a lot of unrest all over the planet. I think it's because there's too many of us. It's like rats in a maze. I think there's too many of us on the planet. They say if you took away industrialization, the planet could only support about 1 billion people. So if we run out of oil and stuff and the bottom falls out, we're in a lot of trouble because we can't. The planet's not meant to. The only reason we can feed 8 billion people is because of industrialization and shipping and all that kind of stuff. And if we keep having weather problems and stuff, it's scary. So when people boo NASA, I'm all for NASA because it's terrible to leave Earth and go destroy another planet. But the fact is, there's too many people on this planet. We'll need to branch out at some point and get some of us off here. And maybe, it is on, one of Jupiter's moons, Europa, or maybe it's one of these planets that are, in a way off in the galaxy, that they found that they think have a Earth-type atmosphere.
Something that we don't have to terraform.
Something that we don't have to terraform. And I think the only way we're going to learn to fly to a place like that is to get out in space and actually start wiggling our feet and find out how to do things, Because they say the reason why the goal isn't the moon, it's Mars, and NASA's was saying that all before the scrubbed launch last week, and I think what they should be saying is the goal isn't the moon, it's learning about space travel and how to get to other planets. Because the fact is, we're going to keep multiplying until it destroys us if we don't get off the planet. So I think space travel is very, very important.
Well, the good news is the younger population right now is not reproducing for the most part.
Yeah. If I was healthier and they said you could go to Mars, I would raise my hand and go. I just, it's like people that climb mountains. It's because it's there. Why would you go? Because it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it isn't the first time we go. It's going to be a one-way trip, isn't it?
I would think so. You better be committed, I guess, huh?
I'm not putting my hand up.
You're not putting your hand up?
I'm staying right here.
Alan, they wouldn't take you.
They
wouldn't take
diesel
any
fuel
of
here.
the Amigos.
No, they
Well,
wouldn't.
if it's a one-way trip, they might.
Well, true story. True story.
We can get these 3 guys off the planet.
Can we transmit from Mars?
I bet we can.
Nice. Let's go.
That would make for good radio right there. Might have a delay.
Instead of live from Maine, I'll be able to say live from Mars.
And today's weather, scorching hot.
It'll be 80 for about 30 minutes when we can take off our helmets for 15 seconds. And we quickly have to hold our breath and put them back on. But I imagine you could, in that sweet spot of the day when it's not 200 below or 150 above. There's probably a sweet spot. And there is a small amount of oxygen in the atmosphere, so you could probably hold your breath and take off your helmet for a second. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could end up being totally like that Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall when your eyeballs start bugging out of your head.
Right.
And you go like this. That was exactly what he sounded like, wasn't it?
That's the only line in a Schwarzenegger movie I totally understood.
Which translates to, I'm hungry.
Yeah, pretty much. Give me a Snickers.
All right, so I guess don't go to Mexico. I'm sorry.
Or Mars.
Oh.
All right. Are you guys curious to find out what happens today in court with the DOJ and Donald Trump?
I would like to know.
I would like to know, too. I'm very excited. How did you feel when you saw the pictures of the documents strung out all over his floor?
I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen those either.
Oh, go online. It's all over, and they're showing it all over CNN. You can actually see the packets of classified, what is it? They've got classified, secret, and sensitive, and they're all spread out on the floor. And then there's a framed Time magazine with him on it in the bunch of them.
Yeah.
In a frame.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, especially a person like Trump, I can't imagine he had any good intentions with this at all. I mean, the guy is just never been in it for anything but himself. And clearly I think he was going to sell these documents to somebody nefarious. That's my opinion.
What was the reason for
I
keeping
I didn't know the left had conspiracy theories.
You do now.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, the guy, he's a grifter. You know, he's been using this whole thing to make money for himself. You know,
you can't tell me that if I haven't seen the picture, but if they're spread out like that and they've got a framed picture of Trump on Time magazine in the background, you can't tell me that wasn't staged for political reasons.
It was. They did put them together to show what they found.
Mm-hmm.
So the DOJ did put them all together and take that photo. They have admitted to that. But the question is, when other presidents haven't done this, why would he take them? That's the big question. And then when he had the opportunity in June, when they showed up at his place and said, give them back, why he didn't give them all back. That's the question. And will we ever find out and the important thing is, what was in them? I mean, that's going to be the tell-all. What was in them? Why do you want to keep them? Was it novelty, or is there some scary stuff in there that could be used for nefarious purposes, blackmail, anything like that? But will they ever? It's these darn hearings that they do. They're always so secret. They always take forever, and then we never really glean anything from them because we're just the stupid public. We don't have a need to know, and
right.
I want to have a need to know. I have questions like if he knew all this was going to happen, he knows what's in those documents. Why, if you didn't do anything wrong, why not get out in front of it and say, this is why I kept them. This is what was in it. Why is he not doing that?
Why didn't
require
Hillary?
Integrity and honesty.
Why didn't Hillary?
But so
she didn't steal top secret documents.
She had a private server with 33,000 emails that she deleted and acid washed. She destroyed phones, all because they were being subpoenaed.
I don't know. I know she had a Yahoo Mail account. I know that
she had a server in her bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But was she collecting that information and storing it personally on her personal property, or just being? Come on, how old is she? She probably can't even really run a computer.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We know one thing: she is better at hiding evidence than Trump is.
Well, she hides it right in front of your face. And they never looked into it. Why didn't they raid her house?
There was a whole investigation.
There's too many, whether they're true or false. There's too many Bill and Hillary conspiracy theories out there for some of them not to be true. And it is not right that if she was doing something wrong, she skated with it. It's not right that the Democrats were able to convince Facebook not to put things about Hunter Biden on there. None of that is right. But neither is what's happening now. And I said it going into that election. I said, we have no choice here. We have two of the worst people on the planet with the lowest. At that time, now Trump had changed that, but at the time when they were running, they both had like a 2%. They had the lowest approval rating, or what would you call it, a want rating of any political candidates ever. Nobody wanted either one of them.
Nope.
Now Trump turned that around with a following, but.
I thought you meant with the worst approval rating.
You know what I'm saying is, what I said during the election last time is, can we put them both in a closet and make them kiss? Because they're like the same person with different hair.
They really are. Well, and how many years were they best friends?
Yeah. It's just, I have a feeling Hillary is not near as blatant about the lies that she tells, where he just says anything. But I'm sure many, many untruthful things came out of her as well. So. This is that's in the past. I'll say, Alan, that's what's in the past, and this is what's in front of us. And
right.
Yeah. So,
right.
I have a confession to make about 2016. I actually wrote in none of the above.
You know what I did? I
that
voted
one
for
vote
me.
could have made a difference.
I wrote myself in, just hoping somebody somewhere would go, "Who's Scott?"
I voted in this for that election. We were registered to vote in a small town in Texas where Trump actually got 98% of the vote in that county.
One time I voted for Patrick Stewart, not realizing he was not an American. Just thought, who would be better at running the country than Captain Picard?
Make it so, number one.
Exactly. There was a brief thing. It was back when I think Perot was running. There were bumper stickers, and I was seeing them all over that said Picard Riker 96 or something like that.
Nice.
And I thought I would vote for that package. All right. So
good old Ross Perot, eh?
I hope we learned something today. Chances are none of us will.
No,
nothing.
And
No.
I think I have it. I know what'll exactly happen today. I'm pretty sure. You guys got to bear with me. Here it is. This is what will happen today.
Well, if you learned anything today, it won't be the truth.
Fair enough.
Not on this show.
Pretty much sure that's what everybody's going to learn today. Whole lot of nothing. All right. Let's see. Moving along. Did you catch? I guess it's you guys just got up, but I've been up for a while. And Biden was to deliver a speech today, and he did, and he was very angry. That's all I'm going to say. Go watch it. It's pretty cool. I was like, wow, Joe's really kicked it up a notch. And what did they give him for breakfast? Because I'm over here on the East Coast too, and it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, and he's upset and he's going for it. And I'm just thinking, wow, they got some like puppy uppers or something for the president.
Was somebody on his lawn? Those darn kids again?
Those darn kids were on his lawn. You kids, get out of here!
Get off my lawn.
But he was fully awake and wound up this morning. So check it out for yourself.
The meds must have been working today.
They are. He was fully awake, I could tell. So
what was he angry about, Scott?
He's angry about MAGA Republicans, and he's giving it to them. So there you go. And about gun violence, and I won't get into that. He's really going to push for a ban on assault weapons. And there's going to be a lot of people that scares. I think if you have an assault weapon, you'll probably be able to keep it, but the sale of them will be banned. And, that whole part in the Constitution about, us having the right to bear arms, it's to protect ourselves from our own government was the intention of that. And the scary thing is if the government's got machine guns, but the people don't, well, it makes it real easy for the government to win.
Yeah.
The people don't have unmanned drones either.
And maybe we should. I'm just saying, we see a lot of corruption in our government. What if, Trump would have refused to leave the White House and it would have turned into a dictatorship? That's our recourse, I guess, as Americans, is the right to bear arms. And it kind of scares me if that's subdued. But at the same time, I look what's happening in our country, and it's out of control. Kind of like that one day we were on the show and we all agreed, raise the age, put in, make it a little tougher for a wacko to get a gun, do whatever we can to stop that, but don't mess with them. And I'm afraid it's going to go further than that. But I don't know how I feel about that if it does. It scares me in one way, but at the other time when you see an elementary school and all these kids get killed, it breaks my heart, and I'd almost be willing to sacrifice anything to stop that. So.
Well, I think in order to combat it, we need to deal with the mental health crisis in this country.
Yeah. There's so many of us that are loosely wound.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to deal with that until we have universal health care, though. So,
yeah. All right. And free college.
Well, if we get universal health care and we know something's wrong with somebody, they won't get treated for at least 6 to 8 months.
You guys could tell me something if I was wrong. I was on a buddy's Facebook page who was screaming about the $10,000 for college loan, kickoffs for the poor, which if you went to a university, it's going to barely help you, $10,000. But he was upset about that, and my question to him on Facebook was, did you accept the COVID relief grant money and spend it? And I got attacked for putting that. And I just asked him that question, and I got attacked. I said, those aren't the same. And I came back and I said, they're totally the same. It's free government money that adds to the national debt. So if I put this on there, I said, so if you were okay with getting the COVID relief and spending it, but now you're upset about this, you're being a hypocrite because the money's coming from the same place. And then I said, lest we not forget, the money's not even real. It's just ones and zeros on a computer somewhere. It only has value because you think it has value. So they'll just print more.
I'm looking forward to that relief coming. It'll take off at least 6 months of interest on my wife's student loans.
All right. 6 months worth of interest only.
Yeah. That's about what it'll cover.
So was I wrong? You guys think?
No.
Are they the same?
No, they are the same.
They are the same.
They are the same because we all wind up paying for it in the end anyway.
Or our kids.
When you get free money, it's got to come from somewhere, and that comes out of the pockets of the U.S. taxpayers, and it comes in the form of food tax or rising prices. Somehow they recover that money, and it comes out of your pocket.
Yeah. Well, I'm poor, so not me.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we know currently it doesn't come out of people like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk's pocket.
No.
Or Donald Trump's pocket because they don't pay taxes.
No. Yeah, it's gross when you hear about all the ones that and the ways rich people in the way, when they do I don't know I can't think of the word now. When they do a news story, a feature on somebody and how many taxes they wrote off when they're able to get that information. It makes, I think, everybody angry when you see it. It made me so angry when I saw all the congressmen and senators that had their PP loans wiped away. Really, some of the richest people in the country, and your PPP loan was waived.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah,
the richest in America should be the ones that could weather a storm like that. So that's just gross when you find out millions of dollars that our own people at the Capitol took from the PPP loan program. Wow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And your kids get to pay for that one too.
Yeah. Did you know that the top 3%, Chuck, the top 3% of earners in this country pay 60% of the taxes in this country? So to say that Bezos and those guys aren't paying taxes, that's kind of unfair. And if you're going to have loopholes,
but the richest 1% pays almost none of that.
They pay a lot of it.
Yeah.
They pay a lot of it. But I mean, and you gotta, I don't know.
And they're going to pay a lot. They are going to pay a lot more because just last week that bill that passed is an increase in taxes for people making over $400,000 a year. For everyone making over $400,000 a year, had their tax rate raised to, I think it's 20%. So if they weren't, they're gonna. Right. And then we've got 8,000 new IRS agents to make sure they pay it.
Yeah, 86,000.
86,000. Thank you.
86,000.
Yeah,
seems
like
crazy.
That seems like too many to me.
So you can't tell me they're not going to audit people that make less than $400,000 a year.
That's the scary part because you got a lot of people. 89,000. You're going to get a lot of work done.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of work.
And they say it's to serve better and answer the phones quicker and stuff. Why do you need 86,000 people for that? That's not what's happening.
And I guarantee they're still not going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
It's not a thing the government likes to do is answer the phone. Just saying. All right. There you go. That's all the news stories I had. Thanks for the conversation, guys. We'll move along to some funner stuff. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Let's head for bits and breaks this morning. And I'm going to start off with one that I saved from the other day that I thought was kind of fun. This one is signs you're a grown-up. All right? So this could be for like both of you, maybe even more so for me since I'm single. You keep more signs you are a grown-up. You keep more food in your fridge than beer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in college, that's what was in the fridge. Beer and eggs for the top ramen. And some milk. That was pretty much it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had 19-cent cheeseburger days once a week at McDonald's at the town I went to college at. So we had a freezer full of we'd order plain cheeseburgers and stick them in the freezer and eat them all week until the next Tuesday.
Oh, you don't need to freeze those. They last forever just on the countertop.
We used to go down to Dick's and get the ones for 39 cents. And do the same thing so you could have an upset stomach for a few days.
That is the place where the cool hang out.
Yes. Older relatives feel comfortable telling sex jokes around you.
Oh.
That's a sign
Don't they?
You're getting older.
And your kids.
Yeah.
My dad, it's probably the most popular dirty word. It was 2 weeks before graduation. My dad said that dirty word to me in a sentence, and I'd never heard him utter it before.
Uh-oh.
And it kind of hit me like a brick wall, and I went, oh, he thinks I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Wow. He just made me an adult in one sentence.
See what he gets for thinking?
Yep. 6 a.m. is when you get up, not when you go to bed. There's a sign you're grown up.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you went
yet.
to bed at 6 a.m. Okay, thank you, Chuck. I thought I was going to be the only one.
I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night. I was pretty proud of myself. I got lots of sleep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Sleeping on the couch makes your back hurt. Sign you're an adult.
Sleeping anywhere makes your back hurt.
Yeah. Sleeping too long. And you're all
Yeah.
creaky when you get up. That's my problem.
That too.
All right. $3 bottle of wine is no longer pretty good stuff. Bring on the Mad Dog. What was that, like $1.99? Yeah.
The fortified blue.
Fortified.
I always like the purple.
Yeah. Either way, it's still Mad Dog.
Yeah.
You actually eat breakfast cereal at breakfast. Sign you're an adult. And the last sign you're an adult, 90% of the time you spend in front of your computer is actually for work. That's horrible.
I spend about 2 hours in front of the computer on Thursday mornings.
Oh, there you go.
7 to 9.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of the time, what?
Not on a computer.
Not on a computer. All right, let's see, Alan, you're on top today. What does September, I can't believe it's the 1st of September. What does September have in store for us?
Apparently it has babies in store for us.
Yay!
So
Can I have a date first?
So according to Health Magazine, more babies are born in September than any other month.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, a lot of New Year's babies.
Sounds dangerous.
My birthday was last Sunday.
Happy birthday, Chuck.
Yeah, thank you.
Why wasn't it on the Lions Club calendar so we could have made fun of you?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not on the. Well, it was a Sunday anyway, but I'm not on it.
All right. Well, we still do. We do Sundays on Friday.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right. Get on there. Happy birthday, Chuck.
I should.
All right.
It's my dad's birthday too.
Oh,
on the same day?
Yep. I drove down to the Tri-Cities and spent the weekend with my dad. And
how did you time that out?
I did just bad timing, I guess.
You and your dad have the same birthday?
That just means I never got birthday parties and stuff as a kid because it was our day. I'm like, no, Dad, I want a birthday party. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
And you said, that's not what I want to do on my birthday.
Let's go see the rat.
Yeah. And have some
love Chuck E.
less
Cheese.
than mediocre pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff is awesome.
And then all the adults can get drunk and drink all the beer.
I think that pizza is actually like the fake pizza the kids get in the food things, and they get a box of fake food because it tastes like that rubber pizza in that fake food.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You can still get it at Little Caesars.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Little Caesars.
I always wondered how they got the those square little Totino's pizzas round again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got for September?
Well, we get a day off thanks to Labor Day on September 5th.
You guys got any big plans?
Not really.
All right. I'm going to a creepy
I just
show.
found out yesterday it was Labor Day.
Oh. I'm going to a creepy show. It's a fair, and it's called Odd and Unusual.
Nice. Huh.
Yeah, that seems just like I could go to a regular old fair, but I'm going to the creepy one.
Nice.
Just because it seems
actually, that's right. Saturday we're going to Spokane, and there is the Alice in Wonderland experience, where the streets of Spokane are going to be full of people dressed as Alice in Wonderland characters doing a scavenger hunt throughout Spokane.
How fun!
something like that. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, but we have tickets, and it'll be interesting.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
I don't know.
If you see the
I don't
Mad
like
Hatter,
crowds.
If you see the Mad Hatter, it's okay to catch him and cage him.
And the great thing is the Halloween stores are now starting to open up, so we gotta go into town tomorrow and go get our costumes.
That is your favorite holiday, isn't it?
It really is. I think Halloween should last throughout the month of September as well.
All right.
I think it should start the 1st of October and be like a 2-month long celebration, I believe.
Let's find out how much you really love it. Were you married on Halloween?
No, we weren't. We got married in Alaska. It's too cold on Halloween. We wanted an outdoor wedding.
We had an outdoor nude wedding in Alaska. Everyone died.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry.
That's a moment frozen in time.
Ooh, What else we got in September?
National Beard Lovers Day is September 7th. I think I said beer. Did I say beer or did I say beard?
I don't know.
You said beer.
Okay.
I heard beer.
Okay,
of course, I'm also reading it, so.
It's beer. Football, the NFL season begins on September 8th. The 21st anniversary of the 9/11 attacks is on September 11th. The Legion is actually having a, what do they call it, a memorial ride on the 10th.
Oh, cool.
Legion Post number 54. I might be able to partake in that this year with my new Harley.
All right.
Nice.
So that'd be kind of a fun time. Be sure to reach out to your grandparents on September 11th. That's Grandparents' Day. Talk Like a Pirate Day is September 19th.
That is my favorite holiday.
That's a good holiday.
Yes. Shiver me timbers.
Shiver me timber. And autumn begins on September 22nd.
I hate fall in the Pacific Northwest.
Why?
Because it only lasts 2 weeks.
Right.
And then it goes straight to winter.
Yeah. It's gorgeous, but don't blink.
We have the shortest fall and the longest springs in eastern Washington. That's my opinion, anyways. That's what it feels like.
I think
Our spring this last year went until almost the end of June.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one. Chuck Ritchie. Saltines.
Okay. All right.
Love me some saltines.
Yeah. So, how do you like your humble saltine cracker turned into a snack? You know, my favorite thing is to put cheese on it, put it in the microwave. American cheese, saltine crackers, flat plate, microwave done.
That sounds good.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it says here, someone said there's nothing tastier or simpler than spreading room temperature butter on a saltine.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mom used to do as a kid.
It's got to be the good
that.
butter, though. You know, something like Kerrygold or something like that.
Kerrygold is awesome on a saltine.
Not margarine.
No.
Next one says pimento cheese is a big favorite, and this is probably bigger for people who were from the South, where pimento cheese is a big thing.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had pimento cheese.
Personally, I love a pimento cheese sandwich. It's really good.
Spicy?
Oh, no, that's not spicy at all. No, pimento cheese, Alan, it's basically like a cheese salad. You take cheese and you take mayonnaise and like the little jars of pimentos, and you just mix it all together with a bunch of salt and pepper.
I've had the bologna stuff with pimento in it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that, but never pimento cheese.
Pimento cheese is awesome. It's just shredded cheese and pimentos and mayonnaise. You
What
mix
is
it all
a
together
pimento?
and slap it.
It's the thing inside those green olives.
It's
You suck
It's a
out.
type-
I don't know.
a type of pepper
See?
Okay.
That's why I
that
said
is
spicy.
pickled. It's a pickled pepper. You can get a peck of them.
Careful.
A peck of pickled peppers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy, boys.
One guy suggests Swiss cheese with a dab of mustard.
Interesting.
I can see that. Maybe a little Dijon, a little Grey Poupon. In the South, they get what's that?
Pardon me.
In the
Grey Poupon.
In the South, they get fancy with the Alabama firecracker. Saltines are coated with onion powder, black pepper, red pepper flakes, dry ranch dressing mix, and then briefly baked.
Ooh. I bet you they
That
burn
sounds
like
good.
a Cheeto.
Right? Or kind of like what do you do when you make the Chex Mix? That sounds really good, actually.
All right, there you
it's
go.
It's getting to be that time of year. Autumn's right around the corner, so Chex Mix can't be too far behind.
I know a lot of people use crackers to make their meatloaf as a filler.
Yep.
We use oatmeal in ours. It works pretty well.
I like Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I grew up with saltines, and then like when I hit college and discovered Ritz crackers, because saltines were what Mom bought, I was like, oh my God, I've been robbed for years. But they are really bad for you. So
Ritz crackers?
Yes.
That's why they're so good.
Yes, why they're so
Exactly.
good. Made with lots of sugar.
Kind of like Chuck E. Cheese or Little Caesars.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, looking at 8:06, it's KCHW Chihuahua, and I've got a couple here. First, 4 things you didn't know yesterday. First one is pretty exciting. North Korea has its own version of Netflix. It's called Man Bang. It offers a large library of documentary films about leadership.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, do not Google that in America.
Chuck, it sounds like you had a bad experience.
I'm seeing everyone Googling, what's Man Bang?
I heard it on the radio. Oh, wow. Average human blinks 6.2 million times every year.
Wow.
I'm up
That's
by
a lot of
5 right
blinking.
now. All right. Queen Elizabeth once stated she does not like the smell of hamburgers cooking. And the U.S. Army has an official accordion player.
I can dig that. I like the accordion.
But no one wants to hear it.
Depends on how it's played.
That's true. Once we had years ago, and it was before we were YouTube and stuff, so you can't even find it online. There is an accordion group in Spokane, and they came into the studio, 4 ladies, and played their accordions. And
Nice.
it was amazing. And they were all sponsored by accordion makers, so they had like $30,000 accordions. They were fabulous themselves.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, my 3 favorite instruments are the accordion, the bagpipes, and the mandolin.
Huh.
I kind of like bagpipes.
Yeah, bagpipes are awesome.
I do like bagpipes.
They sound fantastic.
I wonder if anybody's ever played those, an accordion and the bagpipes together.
I've heard it. It works pretty well. At my wedding, we had a bagpiper and an African drummer playing together. It actually worked. It was really neat. It was a lot of fun.
I won't make any more jokes then.
I imagine an accordion and a bagpipe together kind of sounds like murder.
That's what I was thinking.
like
Noise.
cats fighting in a bag.
It's something.
Sounds like progressive jazz. Everybody's playing their own thing. All right. Most ridiculous rules in your place of work. I stole these off the internet. Some of them are scary. First one, this guy says, I used to own a pest control company. One day I walked into one of our bays and found a technician licking the inside of a cap from a bottle of herbicide.
Oh, no.
When asked, he told me that he just wanted to know how it tastes. I told him that any future pesticide tasting will taste like unemployment.
Yeah.
and created a no ingesting pesticide rule complete with signs in the workplace. Wow.
It's a shame people have to be told that. Really? This is poison. Wow, what does it taste like?
There are people out there that drink antifreeze for apparently some sort of recreational purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, but the glycol in there can kill you.
Like a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it doesn't kill you, it'll clean you out. Leave you hollow inside. All right. Here's one that says we have a lock on the first aid kits. So if you just need a Band-Aid for a cut, you have to get the key from the safety guy, which in turn makes it a reportable accident with mountains of paperwork and investigations. So we use an unbelievable amount of duct tape now for Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Another one says all recreational activities forbidden on company time and resources except fantasy football.
What?
It's kind of a goofy rule. That's unfair, right? All right. Here's another place that says we had to change our computer login passwords every Monday, and they could never repeat old passwords. Everybody pretty much just put their work passwords on Post-its and put them on their computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Just pick up that keyboard, flip it over. It's right there.
I've used the same password since 1998.
This one says, where I work gives free coffee to anyone who comes in, whether they're a customer or just browsing, but the employees have to pay for it if they want some.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's horrible.
I would sneak it.
All right. Mr. Milani, why don't you skip down to Laidlaw's Rules? These are fun.
Laidlaw's Rules.
Yes.
Have you applied Laidlaw's Rules to any of your format's song lyrics lately? A guy on Twitter, Mark Laidlaw, said that any opening line of almost any story can be improved by changing the second line to, and then the murders began. But it's so much more fun with song lyrics. For instance,
you got to sing them. You got to sing them.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul, and then the murders began.
You gotta use your best Robert Stack voice for the second line.
I can't do Robert Stack. Kenny Chessie, she thinks my tractor's sexy. Plowing these fields in the hot summer sun. Over by the gate yonder, here she comes, and then the murders began. I think something's wrong with this Mark Laidlaw guy.
Yes.
Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. It says, I stay out too late, got nothing in my brain, and then the murders began. Definitely interesting lyrics for sure. Billie Jean. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene, and then the murders began.
And then the murders began.
Give us a song, Chuck.
Oh gosh. Why can't I think of a song right now?
How about I'm too sexy for my shirt, and then the murders began.
I like it.
All right, moving on. It's trivia with these two knuckleheads we call Amigos. Mm-hmm.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately, gentlemen.
Immediately.
A few trivia questions for the boys. First up, 6 of 10 people say they do this when no one's home. Let's see, a hint. You would never, ever consider doing this at work.
Walk around naked?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Your pants are down.
Go to the bathroom?
Go to the bathroom with the door open.
With the door open. Yeah. I don't even do that when I'm alone.
All right.
Well, mostly because I'll have a room full of dogs in there. I don't want that.
4 dogs in the bathroom.
Got stage fright.
Yeah.
I can't go when the dogs are in here.
Get performance anxiety.
Over the past 4,500 years, shifts in the Earth's crust have moved these 3 miles south.
The poles.
No.
Mountains.
They look like mountains. There's a hint.
The continents?
No. They're not mountains, but they look like mountains, kind of.
The hills?
They stick up out of the ground.
Volcanoes?
Famous tourist spots.
What?
Yeah. There's a few of them. And a cat.
And a cat?
And a big cat.
The 7 wonders of the world?
The pyramids of Egypt.
The pyramids of Egypt, okay.
Nobody gets credit on that one. All right, what do eastern and western most states of the U.S. have in common? What do the eastern and western most states of the U.S. have in common? So the most eastern and the most western state, what do they have in common?
Coastlines.
It's a trick question.
I was going to say they all think their food is better than it actually is.
Chuck should get this one.
Too much rain.
No. What do the most eastern and the most western states have in common? Trick question.
Their own versions of pizza?
No, they're both Alaska.
Oh.
So the easternmost point in the U.S. is technically a point in Alaska's Aleutian Islands, since it lies just west of the international date line. Many say, though, that Eastport, Maine is the easternmost city in the U.S. But that's up for grabs.
Yeah, because it wraps around that midpoint in the globe, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it comes back around so far it's east again.
All right. A few more trivia questions. Give me a second here to scroll to them. A cat sleeps 12 plus hours a day. Tigers 16 hours a day. Pythons 18 hours a day. What animal actually sleeps the most?
That would be Chuck.
I wish. I wish. I can't remember the last time I got more than 5 hours of sleep in a night.
The sloth?
No, it's a tiny creature.
The mouse.
You're kind of warm. It's better than a mouse.
A squirrel?
No, worse than a squirrel.
Oh.
It's like one of my totem creatures.
A raccoon?
I'm the bandit. All right.
I have no idea.
That would be the little bat.
Oh, the bat. Okay.
6 in 10 married men say they would want this if they got divorced.
A younger wife?
The dog?
And there you go. It is the pets. So we'll take dog.
Yep.
All right. Second, though, was younger wife, Chuck. It's okay.
Okay, good.
And Laura's all tuned in, so be careful. It's horrible, Chuck. Absolutely horrible. Your answers to questions today are just... okay, forget it. All right, first outdoor versions of these were built on the rooftops of buildings in New York City in 1926.
Outdoor pools?
No, it would be a place. Now we go to them because it's a entertainment fun thing for the family.
For the family.
Yeah.
I was going to say Sky Bar.
Sky Bar. Well, it depends.
A roller coaster?
No. So the first outdoor versions of these were built on rooftops of buildings in New York City in 1926.
Movie theaters?
No. This would be a family event where you're doing something semi-sporting.
Something semi-sporting.
Seems weird that they would put them on top of rooftops, because now we find them... Oh, if I tell you where you would find one, you're going to know.
Baseball stadiums.
You would find them at a place that's typically for kids.
A ball pit?
Yeah, I was going to say Chuck E. Cheese.
McDonald's playground?
What can I give you for a better hint? Let's see. I can't think of anything. I'm going to have to give it up.
Okay. I don't think we're getting this one anyway.
Miniature golf courses.
Oh, I was going to say
Isn't that
golf.
weird? On the tops of buildings in New York, 1926.
Driving range did cross my mind.
Yeah, I was going to say golf, but
That'd
then
be
I was
awesome.
like, that's just a dumb answer.
Get up on top of skyscraper and put a driving range and just golf balls below. Sorry. 100. All right. For 16 million adults in the U.S. do this. 72% are female. So not many guys doing it. Plus, we'd look really funny in the clothing.
Oh, there's clothing involved. I was going to say selfies.
Something about the hats they wear at Kentucky Derby?
No, it's an exercise. 16 million adults in the U.S. do this. 72% are female.
Yoga.
Oh, like
yoga.
Jazzercise yoga.
Let's picture Chuck in a pair of yoga shorts.
Oh darn it! I almost had some on, but I'm wearing my Nightmare on Elm Street.
That'd be great. And if you turn around
sweats
and
I got
said
for my
pink
birthday.
on your butt.
They do make men's yoga pants, and they are
they
shockingly comfortable.
Do they say pink on them?
Shockingly.
They mine do not. I'm sure some do.
Still something I want to see. Study says the germiest job is a teacher, a daycare worker. What's second most germiest job?
Worker at
both of you
worker
again.
at a Chuck E. Cheese.
And what'd you say, Alan?
Janitorial.
No, they say there's one worse than that.
Really?
Yeah, and it's
One
not
of those
like
people that
it's not like a sewer, sewer worker either.
I was gonna say one of those sewer divers, but
no,
I would think a daycare would be
pretty much
grosser
common
than
job. People deal with it a lot. Tons of them. Tons of them in Spokane. Just a couple in Chewelah.
Plumbers?
No. People that do this job, just a handful of them in Chewelah. You're going to have a lot more in big cities. Pretty common job, I would say. Something everybody needs.
Oh.
Germiest job. So they're touching something that's riddled with germs.
Food worker?
No.
I don't have an answer.
No.
All right. The only thing worse than being a teacher or a daycare worker for collecting germs is being a bank teller.
Oh.
Handling all that, as I like to call it, dirty money.
I can see that.
All right. Percentage of U.S. workers who work more than 40 hours a week is 28. What percentage of workers, just get close, do you think work more than 60 hours a week?
12.
3.
Oh, you're both way off. It was 8. 8% of workers 60 hours a week. I've had a job like that. I moved.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
That is a lot of hours.
Average person spends 100 hours a year doing this.
100 hours a year.
You probably put in more, Alan.
Brushing my teeth.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
100 hours a year.
Answering the phone?
No.
Mm.
You do it probably more than most people in Stevens County, Alan.
Drinking beer.
That's it. No.
Commuting. It's got to be commuting.
It is commuting. There you go.
Okay.
All right. I've got Spy the Lie here for you. 3 of them. You choose which one's a lie. Lake Ontario is the farthest east of the North America's Great Lakes. In trucking lingo, someone who's following another vehicle too closely is a bumper sticker. The name Canada comes from the man who discovered the territory, Jake. Okay.
What was the first one again?
Lake Ontario is the farthest east of North America's Great Lakes.
I want to say that's Superior. I'm going to go with the Great Lakes thing.
And you're both wrong. It is the Canada one. Jacob Stringbean Canada is not who Canada is named for. The name Canada likely comes from the Huron Iroquois Indian word Canada, meaning village or settlement.
I so wanted that to be true.
Yeah, I did too. But that makes more sense.
Now all I want to know is Jacob Stringbean Canada a real person?
Right?
Yeah. Right. According to superstition, seeing lambs, doves, wolves, spiders, or toads on the way to this will bring good luck. Where are you going?
Your grandma's house.
Scary.
To a lake to fish?
No. This is an event that hopefully you only do once in your life.
On your funeral?
I guess that's an event you probably only want to do once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not repeat that.
On your way to the hospital to be born?
No. Much like a funeral, it's your wedding.
Wedding, okay.
And spiders are supposed to be good.
I guess, yeah.
Well, you confused me with the most people only do this once.
Oh. Now I would have given away if I said I did it 3 times. Yeah, got to do something repeatedly if you want to be a professional.
That's right.
Practice makes perfect.
That's right. I'm a professional marrier. Say what?
You just have more practice than the rest of us.
That's right. All right, wrapping it up with answer wrong and win. All right, so looking for some dumb answers here. Alan, what kind of food is brie?
That would be a cracker.
Okay. Chuck, what is Donald Trump's wife's name?
Aloysius.
And what were you going to say? Because the first
Aloysius.
thing okay. First thing that popped in his head made him laugh. All right, this one's great. Alan. I want to hear this really bad. What sound does a dolphin make, Alan? Well, now what? Now can you do a real dolphin call for us?
I don't know. Is that a porpoise? I don't know.
You sounded like Chuck's little dog. Chuck, what do you put on a toothbrush?
Mustard.
Hey, next Thursday, would you brush your teeth with some mustard on camera?
No, I would not. That sounds disgusting.
Alan?
There's $1 in it for you.
There's $1.
Ooh, wait. Well, okay, now we're talking. If we get $1 from every listener,
all right,
we'd have about $4.
Alan, where on your car do you place the license plate?
That would be on the headliner inside, just above the driver's seat.
Yeah. And then when the cop pulls over and says, "Can I see your license?" you go, "Isn't it on the back?"
Oh, it's up here.
Yeah. Oh. All right. You can take your dunce cap off for at least 6 minutes because we're going to break.
Did either of us get any of those right? I don't
think so. That was like the worst trivia outing ever.
That was bad.
All right. When we come back, it's punishment. No, it's local. I wonder if Michelle's still on. Alan's got the calendar.
Yes, I do.
We couldn't do birthdays last week because you weren't here.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
So birthdays with Alan Milani. Of course, we'll have the odd news when we wrap up the show. And we've got some other great stuff for you, too. But you have to stay here or at least come back. It's Northern Lights Public Radio and 3 Amigos Thursday.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW Chewelah.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, September the 1st, 2022. I'm Michael Lifford. School districts preparing to welcome back students next week in some states, and administrators are expressing growing concerns about their budgets. That coincides with different education viewpoints in the Minnesota race for governor.
Northfield Public School Superintendent Matt Hillman says they were able to avoid budget cuts the previous decade, but declining enrollments and other factors led to a $4.5 million reduction plan this year. Hillman adds they can't lean on budget reserves forever.
We see potential budget reductions again on the horizon, and the pressures that we have are no different than the pressures that other districts have. And this is what I hear from my colleagues across the state.
He says a big help would be final adoption of a bill to address shortfalls in special education subsidies. Hillman also welcomes using Minnesota's historic surplus to help districts. DFL Governor Tim Walz had pushed using surplus money to boost per pupil aid. His Republican opponent, Scott Jensen, unveiled a plan that prioritizes using public school funding for private school vouchers. He also wants to phase out the state income tax, which provides education dollars. I'm Mike Moen.
And September is National Hunger Action Month, highlighting the ways people can get involved to fight food insecurity. More on that now from Eric Tegethoff.
Susanna Morgan, head of Oregon Food Bank, says hunger was a problem in the state before the pandemic. But in the midst of COVID-19's grip, 1 in 5 Oregonians faced food insecurity. Although numbers have gone down, she notes that more than 1 million residents in the state sought emergency food assistance from the Oregon Food Bank Network in 2021. Morgan says a number of factors are contributing to food insecurity right now.
Driven by structural problems in wages, access to affordable housing, access to affordable health care, access to education, and exacerbated by inflation and high costs of fuel, food, and other necessities.
Morgan says federal assistance to address hunger during the pandemic is slowly decreasing, but adds that the state hasn't reached a cliff that would drive even larger numbers of families into a precarious position. On Wednesday, Morgan held her State of Hunger address to kick off the month.
Locals can go to OregonFoodFinder.org to find assistance. And from CBS News, the Justice Department filed a 36-page response late Tuesday to former President Trump's request for a federal judge to appoint a third party to sift through records seized at his Florida residence. CBS notes in the filing, federal prosecutors argued that Trump's request for a special master to review the records seized in the search fails for multiple independent reasons. This is PNS. Salt Lake City, notorious for bad air days this time of year, but there is a silver lining to the brown cloud.
Free program begins today, providing free use of the entire Utah Transit Authority system on high pollution days. The idea is to get cars and trucks off the roads when the State Division of Air Quality predicts unhealthy ozone pollution levels. Kim Frost with the Utah Clean Air Partnership says it's an excellent time to get to know your public transportation options.
Everything is completely free, so you just show up at any of the UTA bus or rail services, including Trax, Frontrunner, the S-Line streetcar, Paratransit, the Park City to Salt Lake City Connect, as well as UTA On Demand.
Frost says they expect several free fare days in the coming months as the Wasatch Range averages about 25 high ozone days yearly. Higher temperatures and air inversions could bring even more days of bad air, as the region already ranks among the top 10 in the world for poor air quality. I'm Mark Richardson.
And a nonprofit group is suing the state of Vermont on behalf of terminally ill Connecticut women. At issue is Vermont's medical aid and dying law. Edwin J. Vieira has more from Soundbite Source.
The law stipulates only residents of Vermont are eligible for the services the law allows. One question the lawsuit seeks to answer is what constitutes residency. Under the current state law, a doctor could find one person as a Vermont resident, but the state's attorney general might disagree. Ronald Shems, the attorney handling the case, sees the residency requirement as unconstitutional. He says, like the U.S. Supreme Court decision that overturned Roe v. Wade, this creates another state-level health care disparity.
Healthcare services should not be limited or dependent on the state you live in. Disease doesn't really recognize state boundaries. I think that there's a practical humanity that underlies our effort.
Shem suggests the residency requirement may also violate the Commerce Clause in the Constitution.
Finally, Eric Galatis lets us know more than 300 elk, deer, moose, and other large animals are hit and killed on Teton County roads each year.
Kristen Combs with the Wyoming Wildlife Advocate says because many collisions go unreported, the actual number is likely much higher. Wildlife Highways in Teton County is a new audio listening tour that was recently launched to alert drivers to the risks of collisions. The app taps data collected by scientists who have been tracking wildlife using GPS collars to identify where wildlife cross roads and highways.
We kind of know where those areas are, and so as you're traveling throughout the county, it prompts people to slow down in those corridors where we know animals are traveling so that hopefully we're reducing rates of vehicle and wildlife collisions.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. You can hear us on interesting radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And we're back. I was just pushing a few wrong buttons, but we made it just in time. It's your KCHW Morning Show. You've got Alan Maloney, Chuck Ritchie, and myself, Scott Allen. And we start off this section with Alan and local birthdays. Have you found any?
Yes, I have. Today we have Joan Cisco, Ashley Balthazar, and Ken Longman.
All right. Happy birthdays all the way around. If you know them and you love them, tell them we were talking about them on the radio, but do not tell them what we said. So happy birthdays. Celebrity birthdays. Somebody gonna say something? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, I like last name Balthazar. It sounds like they should have magical powers.
It does. It does.
Right?
That's what I was thinking too. That name's cool.
Right? It is.
I kind of have magical powers.
So do I. I have the ability to teach dogs to not listen to anything.
Nice.
No. I can take a well-behaved dog and turn them into a brat.
Oh, nice.
Instantly.
Good job. Somebody needs to be able to do that.
With the snap of my fingers.
Do you take them to places and let them annoy people?
We can't take our dogs anywhere.
My kids were the same way.
It's kind of the whole catch-22. We could take them places and they would probably get better, but then we have to take them places to get them better, and that's not going to happen.
All right,
they do great at the groomers. The groomers always talk about how well behaved they are, but
so they like people.
We don't see that. Yeah, they love people.
All right, celebrity birthdays then.
Okay, actress Lily Tomlin is 83 years old. Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees is 76. Dr. Phil is 72.
Is he still on TV?
Dr. Phil?
Yeah. Or did they cut him off?
I don't know.
He's still on there.
Okay. All right. Shows you how much I know.
Yeah. Well, people still have to take their naps during the day. So, they got to put something on to lull them to sleep in the background. Yeah. And his voice does that. Most boring voice on television. Gloria Estefan is 65.
Rumor has it she can no longer conga.
Oh.
Come on, everybody do that conga. Worst song ever, in my opinion. That's so annoying. And people would request that when I used to club DJ. It's like, yeah, no, I can't play that song.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have that CD. Yeah. Author, model, and TV host Padma Lakshmi is 52.
Okay.
Formula One car driver Carol Sainz Jr. is 28. And singer-actress Zendaya from the Spider-Man films is 26 years old.
I'm making funny faces because it felt really good when the cat was licking my toes, but now she just bit one of them.
Wow.
Hey, what are you doing down there? We used to do the show in the building. I had the same problem with Alan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Biting your toes?
Yeah.
She's always crawling around on the ground under the desk.
Stop it.
Biting her toes.
She's literally, the cat is under there biting my toes.
Well, Scott, if you could wear shoes when you do the show, Alan would.
I'm at home. I don't even have pants on.
TMI, Scott.
There's shorts. All right, then. At least that's what I call them. Just kidding. I'm fully clothed mostly. All right, here we go. It happened today. It's called History. We start off in 1905. Alberta and Saskatchewan became the 8th and 9th provinces in Canada. Whoop, whoop. High five? No.
Yes.
It's so important.
Congratulations, Alberta and Saskatchewan.
1972, American Bobby Fischer won the international chess crown in Reykjavik, Iceland, beating Boris Spassky of the Soviet Union. Yes. All right. Have you heard about those Russians?
No. Boris was a spaz.
Boris.
Oh, Boris.
1985, joint American-French expedition located the wreck of the RMS Titanic. They tried to bring it up, too, didn't they? But they broke it? Or is that wrong? Didn't they try to get it off the floor?
How can you break something that's already broken?
Was it already broken? They tried to bring it up, though, right?
I don't think they did, did they?
I don't remember.
Maybe. I could be wrong. All right. I'm wrong a lot of the time. 2006, but somebody will correct me on Facebook, I'm sure. 2006, Luxembourg became the first country to complete the move to all digital television broadcasting. Boo. Boo.
Okay. Let me interject here. So in 1996, an expedition attempted to raise a section of the Titanic itself.
Okay.
But they were not able to.
Okay. So I was right. They did try to lift it off the bottom. I thought I saw that. Whoa, I was right about something.
But the families of the people that died filed a petition to stop it, and they got it stopped because they didn't want their relatives disturbed.
That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2018 memorial service for Senator John McCain was held at Washington National Cathedral with his daughter Meghan McCain, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush speaking. Also, in 2018, Aretha Franklin's funeral was held in Detroit with a procession of 140 pink Cadillacs.
That would have been cool.
That was some respect.
That would have been cool.
And then
that would be really cool.
Yeah. 2019, co-founder of and CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, had his Twitter account hacked.
It's because he didn't change his password every Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
I had a really put a really tasteful picture on a tasteless picture on my Facebook page. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's in my little pictures from a little tour of Maine, and I was in a really cool cemetery. All the cemeteries here were really well taken care of, very cool. And then because it's New England, the headstones are really, really old. And there was two brothers buried together, and it said hackers, and then it had their name and their dates, and they were both born in the 1700s. And below I captioned it, "The very first hackers."
I saw that post.
Is that tasteless?
I saw that post, yeah. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Pretty tasteless? Okay, all right. Some small humor there. And I figured they've been gone a long time. I can't really offend them. Figured it was safe. All right, let's see. We're back. Yeah? Oh, you're trying to put it up. There you go. Hackers.
Yep,
See?
there it is.
Hacker. Yeah, very first hackers.
I'm sharing your private information for the world, Scott.
Oh, my gosh. No.
Yep.
I think I've
You've
shared
been doxxed.
I think after the past 10 years, I've pretty much shared every sordid detail of my life on this show. People know way too much about Scott. All right, on to special events. And are we back to Chuck?
Yeah.
Yes. No, we started with Alan, so we're back to Alan?
Wow, this is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
September is Baby Safety Month, Backpack Safety Month, Be Kind to Editors and Writers Month, Children's Good Manners Month, Fall Hat Month, Hug a Texas Chef Month, International People Skills Month, Library Card Sign Up Month, National Biscuit Month, National Chicken Month, National Coupon Month, National Honey Month, National Mushroom Month, National Piano Month, National Potato Month, National Rice Month, National School Success Month, National Sewing Month, National Velociraptor Awareness Month. Watch out for those velociraptors. Pleasure Your Mate Month, Southern Gospel Music Month, Update Your Resume Month, and Happy Cat Month.
Aww.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Makes me want some honey chicken with mushrooms and a side of velociraptor.
Wow.
This is a pretty popular month.
All right.
Yes.
And today happens to be American Chess Day, Building and Code Staff Appreciation Day, Ginger Cat Appreciation Day, Burnt Ends Day, Cherry Popover Day, Pink Cadillac Day, and World Letter Writing Day.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Maloney.
It seems like about 3 of those corresponded with the It Happened Today events.
Yes. They kind of do that, don't they?
Pink Cadillacs, the chess. Yeah.
All right. What's the number of the day, Chuck Ritchie?
The number of the day is 50,000. And those are the nerve endings per square inch in your fingertips.
So I've always wondered why the smallest cut hurts so bad on your fingers. So that must be why, because you have so many nerve endings.
Now we know.
I mean, I
still have very little finger feeling in mine.
Or like when you hit your finger with a hammer. That's like one of the worst.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. What other kind of painful things have you done to yourself?
I've slammed my thumb in a car door.
Oh, my mom slammed my fingers in the car door once.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, 25 years later, I did it to one of my kids.
It's a rite of passage at this point.
I guess. It was horrible. And it took me right back to my childhood when Mom did it to me.
Yes. Yep. It's a family tradition.
It is. It is. All right. So, I geek out about space stuff. And they had delayed the launch of Artemis 1 to the moon with the dummies in it, which they could have easily used us.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can't believe they couldn't find... Why are they using dummies? Because there's people that say, there's a chance it might not work. Well, I'll volunteer anyways. I've always wanted to go by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the liftoff was postponed from the 29th to Saturday, and they say the weather is looking good to launch.
Good.
So some things you didn't know about the Artemis rocket. Now, the program is going to return astronauts to the moon, they say, by 2025, and I'm guessing that's dependent on Saturday's launch being successful, that they don't find some major problems. So, 11 parachutes make up Orion's parachute system, I guess, for it to splash down. They must deploy in precise sequence to slow the spacecraft from 324 miles per hour to a landing speed of 17 miles per hour, so it's ready for splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. So,
wow.
But I imagine even hitting the water at 17 would be kind of jarring, right?
Yeah. Yes, it would.
All right. I lost it. I should have actually played. I had some space music. Star Trek? Okay. Maybe not. All right, back to the story. Sorry.
Womp, womp, womp.
That didn't work very well at all. Can't all be winners, folks. They can't all be winners. Just saying. 1.3 million miles is the total distance that Artemis 1 mission will cover, the moon and back. 5.8 million pounds is the weight of the Space Launch System at liftoff. That's the weight of 8 fully loaded 747 jumbo jets, and the same weight I was last year.
Wow.
24,500 miles per hour is the speed at which Orion will enter the Earth's atmosphere on its return. Same speed Alan drives home from work after he closes the carpet store.
That's right.
Pretty swiftly.
Yes. 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature that Orion's heat shield will endure as it returns through the Earth's atmosphere. That's half as hot as the surface of the sun. 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's how my barbecue runs.
Yes.
And twice as hot as the weather in Chihuahua last month.
And if you remember those other spacecraft we had, I hope the heat shields work.
Yes.
Just saying.
Right.
Hope they got that all figured out, because it's been a problem in the past. 0 astronauts on board Artemis's uncrewed mission to test systems in a spaceflight environment. So they've got like the world's coolest remote control toy.
I want one.
Yeah.
For sure.
100 miles is the altitude the Space Launch System reaches 8 minutes after liftoff before its core stage separates and falls into the Pacific Ocean, landing east of Hawaii. And you go, 100 miles, that's not much, but space is only like 200 miles above us.
Right.
So, let's see. 6 weeks is approximately the duration of the Artemis mission to the moon and back. 322 feet is the height of the Artemis 1 rocket stack, a little taller than the Statue of Liberty. 10 CubeSats will hitch a ride on the rocket. These small satellites will carry out their own science and technology investigations independently. 8 to 14 days is how long it'll take to get from Earth to the moon. This is going to be fun to watch. 90,000 gallons, because, the last time they did this was the 60s. We were just babies. Chuck wasn't even alive.
Right. Not yet.
Yeah. Let's see. 90,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen will be burned every minute for 8 minutes by the RS-25 engines that are part of the Space Launch System. 3 minutes and 40 seconds is all it takes for the rocket to lift off and go into orbit. It happens pretty fast.
Nice.
Very exciting. All right. Let's wrap up the show. We got to get Alan on his way. I didn't realize we were running so long. Sorry about that. Are we okay? You got people standing outside your door, Alan?
We're all right.
We're all right. Here we go, then. It's your odd news for a Thursday.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
and some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, boys. Hopefully you remembered my instructions for this before the show so you don't get lost on those sheets I sent you. But here we go for your odd news. We'll start off with the news attack. First part's true. Second part, really bad joke. Alan, you get to go first.
So a study about coffee says that 4 cups a day lowers your risk of death. And that's due to all the exercise you'll get walking back and forth to the bathroom. True story.
I'm on my second one. Is this too much coffee?
Is there such a thing?
I don't know, because that's like 2 cups in one, isn't it? I mean, look at it up to the size of my head.
We know where you're going to be spending your day.
Where do you think I was during the break?
Before we did this, I thought of something. I'd like to see us do a show where Alan is actually open and has people coming and going in his store while we're on the air.
Oh, that would be so hard.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I would just like to see the frustration in Alan as he's trying to do the show and deal with customers at the same time.
And we could be yelling because he could be out like showing a piece of carpet, on the floor. And we could be, Alan, it's your turn. But you might drum up some extra business just because they might be getting on the radio.
True story.
Alan, or Chuck, it's you.
You know what? My computer just locked up on me.
Well, then I'll go.
Okay.
Researchers found that online shoppers are more likely to purchase the item with the most reviews, even if the reviews are negative. That's stupid. I'd never do that unless, of course, there was free shipping.
Amazon.
I never do that. If it's got a bunch of negative reviews, I skip it. I don't care how many reviews there are.
Yeah, if there's like 3 reviews and it's 4 stars, I'm not going to buy that item.
Yeah.
Right.
I just won't.
All right, Chuck, are you back up and running?
I am back up and running. The intelligence community is taking a thorough look at the top secret documents Trump took with him to Mar-a-Lago. But everyone wants to know that Donald learned KFC's secret recipe blend of 11 herbs and spices.
Probably.
I so hope he did.
If he does, would he just blab them out on? Well, no, I would say Twitter, but he can't do that anymore, can he?
All right, Mr. Milani, back to you.
Scientists say the world may be forced to go vegetarian by 2050, which would force us to find a way to make broccoli look like a Big Mac. Gross.
Somebody will come up with a broccoli patty.
Right. Leave it to Bill Gates.
I had the meatless patty at the Carl's Jr. the other day. It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of the U.S. Open?
I have not.
No.
Mostly watching tennis for me on TV is just like listening to people grunt.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good. It's good neck exercise.
Oh, it hurts. I threw my neck out watching tennis yesterday. Alan?
Yeah. Oh, is it my turn again?
No, I got messed up because Chuck. Oh, it's actually Chuck. Sorry, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay. On the first night of his honeymoon, a Florida man was arrested when he left his hotel with the intent we're not going to do this one, are we?
Too late now.
After an hour-long drive to work one night, a Rhode Island woman discovered a man asleep in the back of her SUV. If he goes halfsies on gas, I say let him go free.
Let my people go.
All right. Now, Alan, you can go.
All right. Over the course of your life, you'll spend 37,000 hours in cars. And that smells about right.
Do any of the new cars have a filter for like the air conditioning and heating system? Or does it run through your car's air filter? Like if you got one of the canister ones on the side?
Mine doesn't go through the air filter. It just comes right into the cab.
Because when I start my heater, like the other day, I had to run my heater because it got really cold here. It stunk.
A lot of cars do have an in-cabin air filter.
I've wondered about that. I'm gonna have to Google that in my car because it smells funny.
We have one, but it does not smell good.
I think it's unhealthy. If you can smell It's like they say about the bathroom now. If flushing the toilet and it puts particulates into the air. And I think if your air conditioner smells musty, that can't be good for you. That smells like Legionnaire's disease to me. Just saying.
Ours kind of smells like a gym locker room. That's what our car when we turn the heater on, especially.
You got to take those socks out of your glove box, Chuck.
Right? I need to do that.
What's under your seat? All right, on to wacky but true for today. And let's see, Alan, go ahead. Let's go back to normal. Let's start it off with the story about the drunken woman.
My link is broken.
Oh, you guys are having all sorts of problems today. Chuck, can you do the one about
I think that was it. Okay. We were doing the older one, right?
But we're doing these for 3 first. I'll go ahead. All right.
Okay.
Young woman who was found unconscious on a sidewalk in China told police she drank herself into a stupor because she couldn't lose weight on her diet plan. I don't know if that's the proper answer for not being able to lose weight. All right. I did come up with this for her, though.
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, that's why you are dumb.
Yay. All right, you guys caught up with me, or do I need to keep going?
I don't have any wacky but true for today.
Yeah,
Okay.
the link is not working.
It is not. It is not working. You have to scroll down to find it.
It's missing.
You have to scroll down to find it, and there are 3 there. Nigerian drug agents arrested a man at an airport who was allegedly carrying 5 pounds of cocaine concealed in a roasted chicken.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, poor chickens.
Hey, I caught up with you.
Oh, good. All right, then the last one from today's odd news. Alan.
You want me to go?
Yeah, somebody else, please.
Two South African men were arrested for allegedly going on a drinking spree in a stolen hearse with a body in the back. The men were caught after the hearse ran out of gas, and they asked 3 women they had met at a bar to help push the hearse. The men told the women they were on their way to bury the body of a relative, but the woman didn't buy it and called police.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There's no wacky but true header.
That's a cool like guys' night out.
Right.
Bring out today.
All right.
Not dead yet.
Something you would see in that movie, The Hangover.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to another group of wacky but true stories that we had for you. First one here is a man asked cops how to rob a bank. Chuck, what's that all about?
Yeah, in Japan, a man was out of a job and in dire need of money. He wanted to rob a bank, but wasn't exactly sure how to do it. So he decided to drop by the nearby police station and ask an officer, hey, how do you go about robbing a bank? Instead, the officer showed him how to go about getting arrested.
Nice.
Would that really be a crime, just asking about it?
Yeah, what could they arrest you for?
Right.
Because it could be a joke.
It was in Japan. Maybe they're not allowed to ask about that stuff.
Or jokes.
No sense of humor.
Right.
Yeah, it goes like this.
You're not allowed
Everybody
to joke
just
about
look
that
at
stuff.
me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I don't know who my real father is.
See?
Wow.
I knew there was an explanation. Sorry, Chuck.
You're not allowed to joke about that stuff in an airport.
No. I learned the hard way.
Right.
All right, guy.
When they ask you if you've had possession of your bag, say, well, that guy over there had it for a while.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I actually got searched and had all like my bags opened up and stuff because I was going to a concert in Seattle, and I had all my recording gear. So because I was going to get to go backstage, and I wanted to get sound bites from Elton John and all this other stuff. So I had a whole recording gear, and they thought the microphone was a gun.
Oh wow.
Yes. But I didn't get tackled and taken to the floor, unfortunately. So I like that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. We left off here. A guy in Florida, walked up into a Jacksonville bank and attempted to cash a check for $368 billion. This drew the suspicion of the bank tellers.
Weird.
Even in Florida, it was suspicious.
Weird.
Jeff Waters' explanation was that a homeless man named Tito gave him the blank check for several months ago for $100 cash. And this Tito person told Waters that the check would clear for any amount of money he put on the check. So what did he want with $368 billion? Waters said he wanted to open a restaurant because he's 10% Italian, and cooking authentic Italian food is in his blood.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, at least he had good intentions.
I think with $368 billion already, you don't need the restaurant,
right?
For an income.
But
just go to other people's. Just go to other people's restaurants.
It's amazing that he was that trusting of the homeless person. Here's a blank check. Good luck. We got to play the song after that one.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone from Florida is stupid. Everyone from Florida is dumb. I might not be the brightest guy, but next to them my IQ's high. If they had guitars, here's how they'd strum.
There you go, Florida song. All right, Alan, you could paraphrase this next one, but it's kind of cute, so I'd hate to skip it, but we're running late on time. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, the guy that got arrested?
The Japanese man from Mount Fuji.
Oh, a picture of a man at Domino's Pizza shirt supposedly delivering pizza to the top of Mount Fuji has gone viral in Japan and elsewhere. Along with the photo, the man wrote, "I hiked up Mount Fuji yesterday. There was someone who ordered Domino's Pizza." So carrying a Domino's Pizza insulated bag on his back, the man appeared to be walking briskly as if he was heading to the spot where his customer was waiting. The picture appeared to be taken at the top of Mount Fuji, the highest peak in Japan. Recording his journey to the top, which started at 7:38 a.m., he posted several pictures of his Domino's Pizza carrier bag at various points while on the way to the peak. He eventually reached his goal 6 hours later. He even posed with his customer, who gladly received the box of pizza he ordered from him. However, the man is not a delivery worker, nor does he work for Domino's Pizza. According to Japanese TV, he's just a regular office worker who enjoys hiking up mountains and likes to cosplay as various delivery workers working for different companies.
I do that too. I'm guessing though it wasn't. I'm guessing it was free because it probably took a lot longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought furries were weird. Who cosplays as a Domino's delivery driver? Wow. Okay.
No kink shaming, Scott.
Sorry.
My dear guests, I am Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
I want to dress up as a tiger now. All right. Someone called police in Norway after seeing someone driving a post office vehicle on Sunday. Officers found the vehicle abandoned, and inside was an assortment of stolen merchandise from area robberies. Officers stopped 2 suspicious men nearby and found one had a stolen camera in his backpack. On the memory card was a photo of him sitting behind the wheel of the postal vehicle. Apparently taken by the second man. So
nice.
Yeah, I like it. Here's their excuse.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
And they should have tried to outrun the police in their slow-moving postal vehicle. All right. Let's see. Last one is all you, Alan. Did I miss Chuck on one?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
all right,
I think
then
so.
it's you, Chuck. You want the last one? All right.
Sure, why not? A Rhode Island woman listened to a podcast one night recently while making the almost hour-long drive from Providence to her job in Massachusetts. Is that near you, Alan? I think so. Or Scott. I mean, not Alan.
Yes, it is.
When she got to her company's parking lot, she realized she hadn't made the drive alone. Police say she discovered a nearly naked man passed out in the back of the Chevy Tahoe around midnight. The 21-year-old had a pair of shorts around a single leg, a shirt around one arm, but was otherwise naked. Police woke him up and determined he had ingested a large amount of alcohol and cannabis before climbing into the SUV and falling asleep on the floor of the back seat. He allegedly entered the car after the woman had started outside her house, but during a moment when she went back inside.
Oh.
Yikes.
You know, literally, that could happen to anybody.
Those fraternities are dangerous.
I think there's something else going on, though.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Are we moving?
I love that state, Massachusetts. People in Maine hate them. I guess they're bad drivers. All right. And they call them a name that rhymes with Massachusetts, and we'll leave you with that today.
Ooh.
Just saying. Is that okay? All right, that is our show for today. We will be back next Thursday. Tomorrow for fun and entertainment, we've got Michelle Williams and our buddy Philip Dutton joining us for the Friday edition of your KCHW Morning Show. Other than that, big thank you to Alan Milani and Chuck Ritchie today for joining the show. There you go. Big round of applause for you guys. If I get it to play, here we go. All right, Alan, you got people standing outside the door yet?
Not yet, but I'm waiting.
Okay. All right, have a great day. One more time it just makes me feel good.
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, that's why you are dumb.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh no! We suck again! We are the Three Amigos!